All right, it is 17 after 7. A look at traffic. A crash in Foothill Farms, Madison Avenue at Auburn Boulevard. Also, westbound 80. An accident at Madison.
My friend, yellow rider.
And now, it is time to check in with Dan in Sonoma.
Sean, ever since before we get to Kamala Harris, Israel, I'm not terribly worried about Israel. Dan mentioned mentions Israel in his call. I'm not worried so much after. I was worried maybe a few weeks ago, but after they pulled off that incredible attack on Hezbollah with the pagers and now the walkie-talkies and maiming or killing thousands of these Hezbollah terrorists, Israel knows what they're doing. They just do. I mean, the execution was perfect. Now they're attacking with thousands of those terrorists off the battlefield. I think they're in the driver's seat. My only worry has always been, what would the U.S. do to stop them? I mean, Blinken's an idiot, but Biden and Harris, I did say that at some point might actually openly interfere with the war with Israel. They're doing it politically and behind the scenes, but openly, I wouldn't put it past them, to put a stop to things, especially when they get close to victory.
Of course, the Biden administration is anti-Israel. I mean, they're being run by Obama, for crying out loud, and there's no one more anti-Israel than Barack Obama. Yes, so without question, and all his operatives that come along with him. Now, it's funny that Kamala Harris, ever since she has, with every, I should say, interview she's been on, she's talked to a number of people so far. I mean, there was a lot of complaints about her not saying anything for about no press conference, no whatever, for over a month and a half. Now she's on this tour, and every time she gets in front of a camera, even a friendly venue, she blows it. I mean, she's completely incompetent. I'm convinced she has no idea what the issues are. When during the interview with Donald Trump, I mean, she was looking at him saying, "What are you talking about? I don't know." She's clueless regarding all the events of the world, events of the day, and she's literally making this up as she goes. But I mention this because what has bothered me, and I think this started after the pandemic, all this mail-in voting, this voting before the election day, that shouldn't have never have happened. Maybe one time, I suppose, and that shouldn't have happened anyway during the pandemic, but Republicans should have done everything they could to stop this. The election day should be on one day, and one day only, November 5th. And the reason why is because if you voted already and now you're hearing this idiocy from Kamala Harris, even if you're a Democrat, you might think, oh, no, I don't want to vote for her. I want to take my vote back. But you know what? It's too late. Yeah, well, voting is difficult, though, Dan. We have to give people – we have to have voting season instead of voting day, because it's so difficult to vote.
I guess it's because there's so many illegals voting now, so there needs to be more time. All the people from Mexico and parts of South America, they have to have their chance to vote.
People
so that's
overseas.
Probably the logic behind it. Yes. It's been so but seriously, it's been so corrupted, and I've heard next to nothing from the Republican Party to start this or to stop this. Rather, I have heard, and you've talked to me about this, where people from the Republican Party are going to be sitting at polling stations looking for corruption and so forth. I applaud that, but I'm sorry, if the vote is already in through your mail-in ballot, how are they supposed to stop that?
Well, that's why the so-called Democrats like mail-in voting. It should be trashed. There should be no ballots mailed out unless I request one. Then mail me one. If I don't request one, don't send one.
Right. I understand if you're disabled or whatever, you can't vote, but that should be a very tiny amount of people that actually need that. If you can't go to your polling place, and again,
if you don't care enough to get if you don't care enough to get off your butt and go vote on election day, then the hell with you.
Yeah. And again, I keep complaining about the Republican Party, and for just reason. What have they done so far? We're going to get a clean sweep yet again here in California. And across the nation, I don't see a lot regarding getting the House and Senate in line. I mean, it's after Labor Day. Labor Day is traditionally when the bombardment of commercials come on. I haven't seen many at all. So I wonder, who's asleep at the wheel at the Republican Party?
Well, pretty much everyone.
Yeah, sadly, that goes without saying. One other thing, or two other things, if I can squeeze it in. There
30
was a
seconds.
Fox News story. Martha's Vineyard, lots of illegals, lots of Hispanics are doing lots of crime in Martha's Vineyard. And this is the same Martha's Vineyard that was a sanctuary city. Now they're coming in here robbing stores and robbing you. Because, again, they have no money. So this is how they're going to have to live. It's just laughable to see this happen and unfold right before our eyes.
It's tragic, Dan, but you do enjoy the game tonight for me.
Oh, yes. I'm going to the Oakland A's game tonight, and I will be at the last game on Thursday. It's going to be happy and sad at the same time.
Take care, my friend. You're a fine American.
And I was a Mexican and an A's fan.
Take care. 7:23.